J.A.T Side's new series, Score School September. And I'm joined today by a very special guest, a sports fanatic, and a half of Barstool Brookwood. Today, I am excited to announce that I have James Younge joining us on the J.A.T side today.
James Younge is insane.
It's James Young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you how to pronounce it, but it's James Young.
Yeah, I
Excuse me for
remember
the
one
mess
day
up.
when the substitute, I think in AVTF, was like James Younge, and I was like, huh, that was the first time someone messed it up. It was
Yeah,
funny.
it's funny because my math teacher, her name has an E on the end as well, Miss Foot. It's
hmm
spelled Foote, but she said
I
it's Miss
had
Foot.
her.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Yeah, I have her this year for Algebra 2. But before we start today's episode, I also want to mention that today is September 11th, and I think we all know the significance of this date. And we will always remember 9/11. And if you're listening to this and you know anybody or you were personally affected by 9/11, um, I hope that you have recovered or that you will recover. And we're always praying for all the people who have been affected by 9/11. But let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So the first question I have for you, James, is can you tell us what Barstool Brookwood is and what inspired the creation of it?
So traditionally in high school sports, the Barstool program is just like a group of students who post like memes about opposing teams and like all that stuff from like football season, sometimes dive into basketball. And how it started with Brookwood is I remember we had just come off the loss to Parkview at home in basketball.
Mm.
And I saw it the next day, Parkview posted to their bar stool, and I was like, oh, I gotta be petty. So I made one, and me and my friend Michael started to go to the games and start like making graphics and putting everything together.
That's cool. That's very cool. So, what grade were you in when you started, and you and your friend Michael?
We started last year.
Oh,
It
last
started,
year.
yeah. It literally started like
Wow.
our first event was the soccer scrimmage against Georgia Gwinnett Christian. I mean, Great Atlanta Christian.
Hmm.
That was our first like event. I remember it was cold. There was like five of us in the student section.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing because if y'all don't know Barstow Brookwood, I think the account it's Barstow Brookwood on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I should be like Barstool underscore Brookwood.
Yeah, Barstow all lowercase right? All lowercase?
Yeah,
All lowercase Barstow underscore Brookwood. So if you aren't following that account and you have Instagram, go follow it right now. It's the official sports page for Brookwood.
at this point,
Pretty much all sports at this point, and it has almost 1K followers. So congratulations on
insane to
that.
think about.
Yeah, it really is. Because I thought y'all had started it maybe like sophomore, freshman year, but you just said it started last year, so that's pretty amazing.
The girls'
Um,
basketball run definitely helped a lot.
oh yeah, yeah, the girls. Shout out to Coach Mincy and
Uh huh.
Lady Broncos basketball for the state championship win last year. It was amazing. Um, Me being a part of the basketball program, that was amazing to see the girls, go win the state championship last year. And hopefully, with my next 3 years here at Brookwood, hopefully I can help be a part of another state championship, but this time for the boys.
Love to see it.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, what's the best part about, co-running Barstow Brookwood?
The best part about co-running Barstool Brookwood, I mean, it's something that I would do even if I wasn't running the account. Just going to the games, the atmosphere in a high school game is something like you'll never see ever. So
Yeah.
it's just like
It's undescribable.
exactly.
I went to the home season opener. Um,
Against Conso.
Collins Hill. Yeah, the students. I was actually in the student section. I saw you. Looked over a
Yeah.
couple times. The baby powder was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. They were throwing it after kickoff. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't really know what was going on with that. But at what point in your life? Because I see your room like I want to have a room like that. Like I have a bunch of sports posters in my room, but it's nothing like that. So, at what point in your life did you know that sports was going to be a huge passion for you?
So one of the things that shaped me was my dad played high school basketball back at read it in high school, and
Mm.
when I came along, we all started going to Falcons game. Me, my dad, my granddad, my goddad, my big cousin. We all started going to Falcons games, and it's just been a lot of it's that's how it started. Started playing with the Falcons, going to those games, and transitioned over to the Hawks, then the Braves,
Mm.
now soccer and hockey.
Yeah.
So
That's great because I can definitely relate to that. My childhood, my uncle, he used to take me to the Falcons games, to the Braves games specifically. We'd occasionally go to the Hawks game, but it was mostly the Braves and the Falcons, and that was a big part of my childhood. And I kind of learned to love sports through that as well, and also me playing sports from a very young age. And those Falcons
yeah,
games when I was
that
younger,
too.
yeah,
Playing the sport is a big part of it because I growing up I played football, basketball, baseball, and
mm,
that was definitely a big part of me learning the game and like getting better at it.
yeah. Speaking of sports, James, me and James played on the same kickball team last year in
Oh
the
yeah,
student versus teacher kickball games. That was definitely fun, and we might run it
it
back
was
this
rigged.
year. You never know.
That was
Yeah.
rigged.
S- what future career can you see for yourself?
Oh, without a doubt, sports broadcasting.
I was
I
thinking the
do
same
it
thing
all
for you,
the
man.
I do it all the time. Watching the Falcons, watching the Hawks, watching the Braves. I'll mute the broadcast and broadcast it myself. I've broadcasted a Madden game before. It's just been
Wow.
that's my passion. I've loved talking sports, love watching sports. So
Yep. I love sports as well, and I think that you would be a great sports broadcaster because I can see how much you love sports. I don't even have to like if I just walked in your room and I knew it was your room, I would automatically know, yeah, this dude, he's a big sports fan straight off the bat.
yeah.
So I see you got that Falcons jersey on. I see you got a bunch of Falcons posters and the Falcons, fanat. What is that called?
Uh,
It's like that long F word.
there's a lot of long F words. You got to specify.
um, sports finalia. Is that what it is?
Oh, sports paraphernalia? No, that's
Yeah,
not it. Is it?
paraphernalia. Is that it?
It's one of those words.
Yeah, but a lot of sports Falcons gear, and I watched the Falcons play this weekend. James actually went to the Falcons game. If you want, you can share a little bit about your experience. But also, I would like you to give us a future sports broadcaster a prediction for the Atlanta Falcons 2023-2024 NFL season.
Oh, we could be here forever. We could be here
Hey, take your
forever.
time. Take your time as
So,
long as you need, man.
okay. So, yesterday, the atmosphere was amazing. The fans were rowdy. Love that as an Atlanta fan. We haven't really had that type of stadium atmosphere since 2016. So, to be back like that is amazing. Uh,
28th year.
yeah, it's as sad as it is. I think we sold out that game too. I think that was a sellout. So that's amazing to just be there. I know my watch hit the it's getting too loud in here. You got to leave more a couple times. So in terms of this year, I've said the same thing since like June. 9-8, first number one in the NFC South, hosting a playoff game, winning a playoff game, and then losing in a divisional round to like the 49ers or something.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that the Falcons were supposed to make the playoffs this year. I have big aspirations for us this year. We got Bijan, we got Tyler
Bijan,
Algier. That 1-2
Algiers.
punch is going to be crazy. Like,
I know you saw a lot of that yesterday.
only complaint I had was the passing. Like, the passing game was not up to, in my opinion, up to par, but it got the job done yesterday.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like you don't need for Desmond Ritter to come out here and be like Matt Ryan, where he's throwing for 400 yards a game, but you just need him to
mhm.
come in, manage the game. Whenever things get hard, you just need a man you can look to as like, he's going to drive me down the field and he's going to give me 6.
Yep.
That's what we didn't have with Mariota last year. That's what we had with Matt Ryan for the past like 16 years. That's what I think Ritter's going to be.
Yeah, I think Ritter he fits the offensive style well, and I would also like to see him get involved in the offense with his run game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think
Hmm.
at Cincinnati he was like a more scrambler, dual threat type quarterback. And so the Packers are the Falcons' next opponent actually this Sunday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The
Yeah.
Packers defeated the Chicago Bears in Chicago yesterday, 38-20. So, do you think that the Falcons can go 2-0 and pick up the win against the Packers this Sunday?
It all depends on the crowd. That's what I
Mm,
always preach this. It all depends on the atmosphere at the home stadium. If we're loud, if we can out, because the Packers have a real good traveling fan base. They travel very well. It's
mm-hmm.
them, the Steelers, the Cowboys. They all travel. Any team that travels well anywhere travels really well here. So if we can minimize that, sell a lot of tickets, pack out the bends, and just be loud as Falcons fans, that'll have a really huge impact on whether or not we win that game. I say we win it.
Yeah, I hope we win it. I definitely will be watching this Sunday. Once again, James is he co-runs Brookwood's official sports page, Barstool. I'm gonna say the Instagram name again, all lowercase, Barstool underscore Brookwood. If you're not already following that account, I definitely recommend following it. All Brookwood sports are covered there, and it's ran by this amazing sports fanatic you see here. You know, James. Y'all can see it even if you don't listen to this episode. You look at his room and you see, I mean, sports stuff everywhere. So thank you, James, for joining us on the J.A.T side today. I appreciate you very much for joining me today. And if you don't have anything else to say, then we'll be out.
Thanks for having me. This is a blast.